What's going on, nation? And welcome back to another episode here today in the Coach Carousel of Matt Marvel, as we're on the road here this week, as we're in Houston, Texas, taking on the Rice Owls, as the Owls are currently 4-5 for the season right now. But here in the American, they are 2-3, and they are coming hot as they have a 3-game winning streak, as they were able to knock off UConn back in week 7. 28-21, and then defeating the Blazers of UAB back in week 8, 44-21. And just last week, or just the previous game, after having a bye week, in week 10, they were able to take on Navy and defeat Navy in a very weird score of a 13-5 ball game there. It's almost sounded like a baseball game there. But today we are going to, of course, going to see what we can do here against them, as of course they had a week off, and now they're looking to try to take down the 8th ranked team in the nation. As you take a look at your top 25 there, of course Kansas is getting knocked off, so is Tulane, Liberty, and Rutgers, and LSU of all things getting knocked down off the top 25. And of course we're trying to hang on strong here with Witherspoon leading the charge here today. The freshman, remember, he's a freshman quarterback leading this team, and he is having a pretty good, he's having a really good, first year taking the helm here at Memphis. As we take a look at the Owls schedule here, now let you see they lost against Louisiana to start off. They won against Wyoming. Then they went on a bit of a skid against Houston, UTSA, USF, and Temple, before they were finally, like I said, bounced back, winning 3 straight there in the last 4, or I should say last 5 weeks here. And they have been doing a really good job. And now they're, of course, now puffing out their chest here, as they are looking to see if they can knock off the best team in conference, the American Conference as well. As they still have 2 more tough games. They got North Texas and Army still to play for the season. But this one is definitely going to be, if they can get a win here today, this will be a huge marker for them, taking on one of the best teams, especially one of the best offenses in the nation, as really we have not had too many teams take us on head on. Now, like I said, that weird game there, you see the game they had there against Navy. Of course, we defeated Navy pretty good last season, and actually Navy will be our next opponent coming up in the next episode. So we're looking kind of forward to that, but we're not going to look too far ahead here, as we are trying to stay focused here and try to make sure we can get a nice win here against the Owls. And of course, our main focus is, of course, going to be the running game. We're going to be pounding the ball as much as we possibly can and as often as we can against this Rice squad here, as they're not too good at defending the run. So we're going to try to take advantage of that as much as we possibly can. I believe they give up almost nearly 235 or something yards a game. Passing, they're kind of stingy. They're about 160, 170 a game. And so now we're going to try to do our best here to make sure that we really pound that running game. And of course, that'll of course open up the passing game, where we can start passing on them as well. Maybe not drop bombs on them all over the field, but definitely get them having a good workout on trying to figure out what we're doing in our game offensively. So you see just some of the numbers there coming up from, of course, this was from that last game there against Navy. Now, DJ Arkansas is their middle linebacker, who we're going to have to avoid as much as we can, as he is a field general there, 3-star fresh redshirt senior. And there you see his IQ is pretty good there in that field, as well as his run stopping and his pass coverage. And of course, good quickness there for his size as a middle linebacker. And of course, he will be doing a good job here of making sure, one, keeping a close eye on the quarterback, making sure he does not have a field day. Occasionally coming in on maybe on the pass there, pass rushness there from time to time, but also more importantly, putting a good stick on our halfback coming out of the backfield there with Smith and Conley and a couple others. Stevenson as their free safety, and of course he will be lurking around that secondary, making sure that we do not throw down the field as we would like to against this team. Like I said, they are a little stingy. They don't give up too many passing yards here. I think average-wise, I think it was somewhere around 170. I think was the number it was close to what I remember looking at the numbers here for this team. So we'll definitely try to make sure. We'll obviously use Witherspoon, who's been doing a great job in the run. Utilize that running game. If we cannot pass, well, hell, we'll just run. We'll use Witherspoon as another halfback in the backfield there, and maybe even run some option against this team. I really feel like we can do that here with them. Of course, Marcus Williams there, another defensive back here for them. Zone coverage looks really nice. He has a good quickness as well, but his man coverage not so well there. So he'll definitely be kind of playing more zone when it comes to him in that part of the game, as well as you see the run support not so good there. So we might have to run towards his side of the field. I can't remember which side he's on, but he's safety there. So yeah, he'll definitely be lurking as well. And of course, we will obviously we'll have to make sure. I don't see him coming in the pass blitzing or anything like that. So rushing is going to be really key for us, especially if we throw underneath the covers there. Don't throw too deep, which we really don't, because Witherspoon has a decent arm on for him, but he is, here lately we've been really trying to keep it under the coverage and just make sure we do some due diligence to his game and make sure he is not taking too many risks down the field. But Tumble, there you see his numbers there, and of course got good power as well as some pretty good quickness for his size as well. Power, or should say, power moves needs a little work there, and as well as his rushing, run stopping abilities as well. Good acceleration, decent, kind of average speed, but he has good standing on the field there. So, and of course, he's a local kid there. He's from Fort Worth, Texas, as he is Tennessee's as a power rusher. So he will definitely try to come off the edge there and try to make some noise there. I'm sure if we are running out of the pocket and are having to run the option there, he will probably be one of the first ones we will be meeting up with on the left-hand side, running towards him. Luke Miller, of course, is going to be out. He has an upper arm fracture. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So let's get to the field here, as we do have the ball here to start off. And look at this nice run here, as we're already going to make a challenge here on the run with Witherspoon, as he is able to get down the field there. Nice carry there for him, as he gets to their 17-yard line. Makes that a nice, huge first down here for the Tigers. As Tigers looking to see what they can do here, as Witherspoon here drops back there, throws that one up there. That's going to be caught by Smith, but not much of a gain there on that play, as we try to get to the halfback on the flat. We'll see now here a run here for Smith, as he's going to run this one and stretch out to get that first down, as he's looking for a new set of downs there. So we do have the ball at the 5-yard line here, first and goal coming up. Memphis here trying to get the first points of the day, as we'll again run this one here. And nice, a little jump or a little pop up or spin or whatever you want to do, a flip move there, but he is able to stumble his way into the end zone. Touchdown, the Memphis Tigers. As Smith is on the field here, and he gets the first 6 points of the day here in this one. So we get first blood in this matchup between the Tigers and the Owls, as we're trying to clip these birdies here quickly and as often as we can. That'll be the first rushing touchdown of the day here for Smith. That'll be his 10th of the season. And now we see here this game is now tied up 7 apiece. So Coach, of course, Matt Marvel here in our coaching carousel here did a great job there, calling a nice set of plays there to get the first points of the day. But the defense here having a little trouble. So now we have to come back out here on offense. So we'll look at the 3rd and 5 coming up. And this one's going to be on our own 31-yard line. Draw back here for Witherspoon. Witherspoon here throws this one up there. That's going to be caught. Nice catch. That's going to go all the way down to the 46. As Banks makes the catch there for the nice first down. As you see the, of course, Owls student section there not liking what they see there on that play. Smith's going to get the football back here for the Tigers, as he's going to run this one up the middle. And he gets a nice gain of 8 yards. We'll see what they can do here on this 2nd and 2 with only 2:08 left here in the first quarter. Witherspoon drops back, throws this one in there to Smith, and Smith gets the catch, and he gets enough there to get to the marker for the first down. so far, our offense is looking pretty good here. These first two opening drives. Let's see if we can continue that. Is Witherspoon now here taking the football here himself. Witherspoon trying to get down the field, and he is only going to get a gain of 6 on that carry as we get now to a 2nd and 4 coming up. Drop back here, throwing this one up there. That's going to be caught going down the field here and down the sideline. And that's another first down here for the Memphis Tigers, as Tigers able to move the chains there. See now here Connolly in the backfield as Witherspoon throws this one up there. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be easy. Nice catch there from Banks as he's able to get the first down. Now we'll see a 3rd and 4 coming up. Witherspoon open backfield here, looking down the field here, throws this one up there, going to be caught, and that's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Banks. As the Memphis Tigers get on the board here again for the 2nd time, this time through the air game, as Jacoby, Jacari? I can't remember, but Banks makes the catch into the end zone, and that's going to be, Jacoby. Yeah, that's what I knew it was Jacoby. I knew it. As he finds himself in the end zone, touchdown there for him. That's going to be touchdown number 14 now for Banks for the season. And of course, Banks is one of our top receivers in the game. Game's now tied up 14 apiece now as Rice really keeping themselves in this ball game. Pass being thrown here as we're in the 2nd quarter. Run this one down as Banks is able to get the catch, and that's going to be another first down here for the Memphis Tigers. As we see now, Banks now has 76 receptions for the season. Like I said, he's one of our top receivers, just continuing from last year, really, too, as well. As we'll see a handoff, and that one is not going to be a good one there. As we're not able to get much on that play. If anything, we lost a few yards. Ball still at midfield, as we'll see Smith has the carry, and he's going to get this one crossing the 50-yard line. Going to be at the Owls' 46-yard line for the now 3rd and 8. So now 3rd and 8 coming up. Witherspoon calling an audible here. He's going to drop back in the pocket, looking down the field here, throws this one up there. That's going to be caught going down the field here, and they're going to have to push the receiver out of bounds, as that is Bussey. As Bussey, one of our veteran, one of our upperclassmen here, who has been getting nice catches here and there this season. We're trying to get to him as much as we possibly can, as often as we can. As Witherspoon now scrambles here, throws this one up there. That one's going to be picked off, as that was a short, underthrown pass, and that's going to be a now possession of the Rice Owls, as the Owls now have possession here. And we don't see that too often there for Witherspoon. That's going to be his 10th now of the season when it comes to interceptions, as we do not see him do that too often. And usually when he does that, he is going to be now dead set on getting down the field here and not going to be scared to pass the ball. So we see a pass there through Banks as he's going to get that one across the field. Rice does take that possession and turn it into points, as they do score 7 of their own. It's now 21-7 or 21-14 here late in the 2nd quarter. So we'll see a pass there. That's going to be complete as Bussey gets the catch, and he's going to get pushed out there at the 21. As that's another first down here for the Memphis Tigers. Tigers looking to make a strike here. We'll see if they can get the end zone this time around. Last time, not so much, as it was an interception. But they're going to keep it on the ground here with Smith. Smith's going to run this one here as he's trying to get to that yard mark, but cannot do so, as he's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. Connolly now, they're going to fake it here. They're going to give it to Witherspoon, as Witherspoon tried to read the option that time, and now he's going to run this one in, and this time he's going to do the QB sneak and get himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis Tigers, as he's doing the Heisman pose there. Hopefully he is in the talks. He's being talked about as a Heisman Trophy candidate, even his first freshman year here, already making a lot of buzz. Ever since that first game, he's really turned things around. I doubt he'll win the Heisman this year, but I would see him be a future Heisman Trophy winner. Maybe next year will be his year. As it's 21-21, and we'll see us back on the offensive side of things. Defense really having a tough time here, as they are not really able, at least last time, the last possession there, you see they were able to make it stop. Rice was not able to score, but we'll see if we can try to get down the field here quickly and try to score before the half. as the defense will be out first there for us to start off the second half. Pass there, that's going to be caught, and that's going to be down at the now 45-yard line. First and 10 there for the Tigers as we call our first timeout now here in the half. 21-21, less than a minute left as Witherspoon rolls out, looking down the field here, looking to see what he can do. This one's going to be a high toss-up pass, and that ball is going to get broken up. Intended there for the tight end as we try to find Doyle there on that pass. 3rd and 10 coming up. Probably the last chance now for us to get anything going here as Witherspoon now here has it. Witherspoon passes this one off there. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a huge first down as a timeout's being called now. Nice play there from the offense, and we're able to get that ball there to the receiver. But we still got a long road to go here. Ball in 45. All right, we'll see a pass there. That's going to be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis Tigers. What a play there. What a good draw of a play there for those two. As Witherspoon able to connect with his wide receiver. That was an awesome throw there, right over the head of both Hawkins and the defender. And Hawkins just reaches hands out, grabs it. He's seen it. Good job. Great job there breaking away from him. As that goes right in the bucket. And that's going to put him up now by 7. We're in the third quarter now here, 21-28. Tigers leading this one. As Memphis here back on the field as we did a quick 3-and-out there on their Rice offense. And now Rice back on here on defense here struggling. As of course, Witherspoon and Connolly and Smith doing a great job here running the football, as well as, of course, Witherspoon doing an excellent job here passing this one ever since that interception. He's been able to just zip through this, cut up this defense here and doing a great job of it. 1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line in Owl territory. As Memphis here, of course, taking the time here, calling audible now. Witherspoon here looks down the field here. He has scrambled off to the right-hand side, looking down the field here. They're going to launch this one, but that one's going to get broken up. And it's going to be a complete pass. So now ball still at the 45-yard line of the Owls as Memphis here looking down the field. Witherspoon here drops back here, throws this one up there, and that one's going to get broken up as that's an incomplete pass. And Witherspoon needs to be very cautious about that. So now 3rd and 10 here. Pretty much you can call anything you want. As long as it gets to the sticks. There's a pass there, quickly thrown there, and that's going to go to Banks. As he's going to get that one near the 35, or near the 32-yard line for the first down. So nice job moving the chains there on 3rd down. Actually, we're having a really excellent day when it comes to converting on 3rd downs here. We'll see now 2nd and 5. Nice handoff there. We can see another one here. Now Witherspoon's going to call his number instead, and he's going to run this one for a short gain of 2. 3rd and 2 coming up here. We're on the Owls 25-yard line. Trying to see if we can try to get at least up by another score. Pass there up the middle there. That's going to go to Doyle. Doyle's going to get the catch. They're having a hard time trying to bring Doyle down, but he do finally bring him down there as he gets a nice 10-yard reception. A gain of a first down. That's a nice 10-yard play. As now we'll go back to the ground game there with Smith. Smith able to run that one for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here as we have a now ball at the 10-yard line here. A nice run here for Witherspoon as he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Witherspoon and the Memphis Tigers. As Witherspoon gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day here, his 15th of the season. We've seen him run that one earlier in the first half. And now he gets his one in the second half here. Nice job there of getting some confusion there to the defense. And now we lead it now 35-24 as Rice able to come back with a field goal. Rice needs a lot more help here than just field goals if they want to try to stay in this game. This game is starting to get out of reach here for them. As we currently right now lead them by 9. See a handoff here to Smith. Smith's going to run this one there near the own 40. As that'll be another first down here for the Tigers. Witherspoon now here again, hands off to Smith again. Smith trying to brush off that tackle, but he's going to get wrapped up at the 42. 2nd down coming up. And of course, we're just taking our time here not much we need to really be concerned about. Is just make sure we maintain control of the football and keep our defense off the field as much as we possibly can here on offense. 3rd and 2 coming up. As there's getting close to 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Another handoff to Smith. As Smith is successful here running this one, as he has been doing an excellent job here. Almost getting anywhere from 6 to 7 yards a carry here today. See what they'll do here on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the air here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. As Witherspoon here goes up, he's going to lead this one to the receiver, and the receiver's going to get that one as Hawkins gets the catch there. That's going to be another 1st down there for the Memphis Tigers. Tigers are looking again, go on the prowl. Ball in their opponent's 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Witherspoon here drops back, finds Bussey gets the catch. Bussey is going to get this one inside the 10 as he's going to be stopped at the 7. So now just 7 yards away of getting a touchdown here and making another 2-possession lead. We'll see here, handoff now to Smith. Smith's going to go on the outside, and they're going to get wrapped up there near the 5-yard line for a gain of 2. 2nd and goal coming up here. I'm sure the quarterback, or sure the defense is looking at the quarterback here thinking like he might try to run this one. And that's what he's going to do there. Is he going to get there, trying to get that one in the end zone, but he's going to get run out at the 1-yard line. So the ball at the 1-yard line here. 3rd and goal coming up. We'll see if they'll go back to the running game here with either Smith or Witherspoon. But no, they're going to go hit the back of the end zone there, and that's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Bussey, as he gets his 6th touchdown reception of the season. As this is going to be his 1st of the day. As it's going to be put it now a 42-24 ball game here. As Bussey there looking lively, as he is going to find his way in the back of the end zone there. Nice job there, shaking off the defender and get himself in the end zone. So now 1st and 10 here, ball their own 33. It's now 42-31 as Rice able to get a touchdown on offense, and now starting to try to get back here, but they're still down by 9. So they still have a chance to get in this one here, but not much time, as there's less than 9 minutes left here in this ball game. 2nd and 8 coming up, as of course a little confusion there on the line, but I think they got it. Witherspoon here throws this one up there. That's a little low there to Smith, but Smith's able to get a hold of it, and he's going to get wrestled out of bounds there at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 now in Owl territory for another 1st down. 42-31. As we'll see the ball at the 38-yard line of the Owls. And right now the crowd's really out of this game here. They're trying to help their defense out as much as they can, but so far here, these been great catches and also great running here. It's not really slowed us down. As we'll see now, 2nd and 8 coming up. As Witherspoon is trying to make a signal here if these guys are trying to change a route, but I guess the crowd's just noisy too much here. Now we'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed, as that's going to be there at the 8-yard line. Nice reception. As we'll see a 1st down there. Chains are being moved here, as we'll see a flag now on the field. And we'll see, it looks like it's going to be a delay of game, as Witherspoon was trying to get his men on the line there, but he is going to be coming up short. As now we'll see a 1st and 10 pass there, getting completed and caught, as Bussey does get the catch. So not much of a gain there. I think if anything, they might have gotten a yard, but they might have marked it in the wrong spot. But 3rd and 9 coming up here, or excuse me, 3rd and 8, or excuse me, 3rd and goal coming up. Pass there, that's going to be up the middle. That's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis Tigers. Tigers able to find one of the receivers there. That's going to be Harris. As Harris finds his way into the end zone there. And that's going to be his 3rd touchdown of the season, as Witherspoon doing a great job here spreading the ball around here tonight. As he has found, 4 different receivers in tonight's game here. So doing an excellent job there, spreading it around, not just focusing on one guy. As Witherspoon here trying to get around that edge rusher there, but nice tackle there from the defense. as he's going to lose 3 on that play. And of course, running game's been excellent as well. Smith and Witherspoon doing a great job here now. Oh, nice toss there as he finds Smith. Smith going to run this one up the middle. Run this one on the left-hand side, I should say. And he gets a nice first down, put him there at the 35-yard line. On their own 35 here, 1st and 10. As we'll see a handoff now and run. As that's not going to get him much of, really, if anything, on that play. We'll move on now here. As, of course, I believe that was, I'm not sure who that was. It wasn't Connolly there. But nonetheless, a nice run there. We used a couple yards there on the last play there. It's going to be a 3rd and 13 coming up. And it's Witherspoon looking to see what he can do here. He's going to have to pass, and they know this. As we'll see a pass there. That's going to be Harris getting the catch, but Harris will be well short of the first down. We'll, of course, punt the ball. We'll get the ball back quickly after Rice, of course, causes a fumble issue. And we'll get back the ball here in really good field position here. As we'll see now here on their side of their 20. 2nd and 5 coming up. A toss play there to Smith. Smith's going to get this one here. And Smith's going to run this one. And he has no problem getting in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis Tigers. And that's going to be the 2nd rushing touchdown of the day here for Smith. Both Smith and Witherspoon getting 2 rushing touchdowns in the game here. Multiple rushing touchdowns here today. That's going to be Smith's 11th of the season. His 2nd of today. And we go ahead and we finish this one off as we win this one 56-31 on the road here in Houston, Texas. As you see Witherspoon, he is your player of the game. 6 touchdowns, almost 400 yards for the game, almost completing 80% of his passes. Wow. Really, ever since that, and I've been noticing ever since he throws an interception, it's just like, okay, threw the interception, and then he's like clockwork. He's on pace. He's doing a better job of being more focused. So, I'm not saying that we need to throw an interception a game, but hopefully he'll get better. He's, like I said, he's a freshman. We're not expecting too much from him. This is his rookie year, his freshman year. We're starting him off because we feel like he had a better, just with spring training, with the spring ball and going into training camp before the school year started. He just looked like the best asset for us, not just in the passing game, but also in the running game. And we need to find ways to move the football on the offense, and that's what Coach Marvel likes to see. And he's very impressed with the freshman here. We're just hoping that he will, continue his abilities and get better and get sharper as we go to hopefully his next year as a sophomore. But as you take a look here, pretty good numbers here for us. We did have that 1 turnover there. Of course, that makes Rice +1 in the turnover department. But there you see time possession. Look, Rice actually beat us. 23 minutes, 33 seconds. We had about 20 minutes and some change for ourselves there. Of course, A.J. Pagic is the quarterback there for them, 28 of 48, 341, 1 touchdown. He played 58% of his passes. Alexander, 22 carries for 43 yards, a touchdown. The quarterback also had a touchdown as well, 3 touchdowns, 12 yards. And McNeil had 1 carry for 4 yards and a rushing touchdown there for him. There you see their receiving numbers there. Bell was the only one for them that had a decent day. There were 3 receptions for 34 yards and a touchdown there. Other than that, that is it for the receiving wise. I mean, they had a couple guys there. Walker, 5 carries for 70 yards, and Baker, I think, had a couple carries for 88 yards. Defensively, was kind of run-of-the-mill. Not too much excitement, of course, like I said. Really, the only thing they took from us was the interception, which would eventually go on, and they would take that turnover to the offense, and offense would eventually go down and score. But other than that, we pretty much ran things there. We did a great job there, carving up that defense and just having them where we wanted them at, and put our receivers where we needed them at and make big plays. So great performance there. As for, there you see our numbers here, of course. Witherspoon, 28 of 35, which I love. I don't like seeing my guys. I really don't like seeing my guys go over 30 attempts, but 35 attempts is not bad at all. 398 yards, 4 receiving touchdowns. He has now a total of 32 for the season. And of course, he did throw an NIT, his 10th of the year. Smith, 16 carries, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns. Witherspoon, 11 carries for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. As for the receiving game, Banks, 9 catches for 106 yards, a touchdown. Hawkins, 4 receptions, 97 yards. Bussey, 5 catches for 73, a tutty as well. And Harris had a touchdown as well, 4 catches for 57 yards. Defensively, our top players there, of course, Moss, 8 tackles. Mackey, 8 tackles, tackle for loss. White had a 5 tackle, 2 TFLs and 2 sack there for the day. And of course, Spears had 2 tackles and a sack there. Of course, Joshua White is your defensive player of the week there. He had a decent game there, apparently for defensive player of the week there in the American. And of course, Witherspoon gets another honor there as well. Of course, another great game there for himself, as he had 4 touchdowns, 1 interception for 398 yards. So coming up in the next episode, you guys, we are now ranked 6th in the nation here. We're 10-0, putting our undefeated record on the line here as we take on a really horrible Navy team who are right now currently 2-8. Last year, if you remember, that game was a debacle for them, and I'm sure when they put out the schedule and seeing who's playing who for the season, you know damn well that these guys were looking at that schedule, saying, okay, when do we play Memphis and when can we get revenge? And well, today's that day, or at least in the next episode. So we'll see how we do against Memphis. Like I said, it was a bad game. But hey, we ran our defense, or we ran our offense, what we did, and we controlled the game. That's all I can say. As for them, their defense, I don't know. I don't know where their defense was. I don't know where their offense was. The offense, I think they maybe have scored a couple of points when we put our second string in guys in. But other than that, that game was a horrible debauchery for them. And I'm sure they're looking to get even with us in the next game. So that'll be coming up in the next video here, and it'll be out in the next day or two. So stay tuned for that as we keep rolling on here in the American with Coach, of course, our offensive coordinator, Coach Matt Marvel, and the Memphis Tigers here in this coaching carousel today. Definitely come on back for more as we take on Navy. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And of course, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series that happens to be uploaded to the channel. And again, as always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.